Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. But in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Gemini and Sagittarius on Wednesdays. Also, the deck that I'm using today is called The Influences of the Angels Tarot. And as always, I do have my information, if you're interested in a personal reading, in the description. Also, just as a final heads up, sometimes some of the cards will flip within the deck. I usually don't take them unless they jump out like these ones have. And the general idea is to get you guys about 8 or 9 cards, and then we can get started on your overall energy. Oh, we had a card that fell onto the ground. Okay, so I'm just going to take this moment to remind you guys that if you enjoyed the reading, please leave a like or a comment. It's the best way for me to know if the reading resonates with you guys. But like I was saying, your overall energy here is the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is a really nice energy to have because the Six of Swords in a lot of ways talks about transformation, and it talks about leaving old situations behind. And I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of like in the mood to do some spring cleaning already. Currently, as I'm recording this, it's still winter time, but it feels like you guys are trying to get a lot of stuff in your life sort of squared away, right? And I feel like that's in a literal sense. Some of you guys might be, hoarding stuff more than you should, or you might be overpacked with stuff. But I feel like in a more metaphorical sense, you guys are trying to sort of get stuff off of your chest. I feel like there's things that need to be said that maybe haven't been said. And I feel like that's very counterintuitive for a lot of you guys, because a lot of the Sagittarians that I know are very blunt and very honest. And here I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, right? And those two cards are usually, when I see them, I think more balance and I think more indecision, right? The Two of Swords is very heavy in Libra energy, so it's very indecisive, very worried about balance, very introspective in that regard. And I feel like because it's connected here almost with this Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles sort of exudes a lot of the same energy. I feel like you guys have been juggling something, and I feel like having to juggle that in tandem with someone else's emotions, I feel like you're in a situation where you're trying to spare someone else's emotions because it'll be better in the long run, but it's sort of putting you in a difficult position. And as a result, you're sort of in this Two of Swords energy where you're not really making a full decision because you're still kind of weighing out your options. And I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to be able to do it. At the end of the day, you're going to come up with a good solution, right? Because I see a lot of good cards here in the sense that we have 3 Pentacle cards and, the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the tarot. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. First, I want to mention that this Two of Pentacles is bringing in stability for you guys. With this Eight of Pentacles, I believe that this might actually be related to your work, because the Eight of Pentacles talks about occupations a lot of times, but it also talks about working on a skill, really, how should I say, mastering your craft. I feel like you guys have really been getting to work, right? The sign of Sagittarius has a lot to do with the gathering of information and sort of the philosophical pursuits of information. So I feel like a lot of you guys might be pursuing some kind of a career or some kind of a work or job that really allows you to rattle things in your brain and really get to work. And I feel like that's sort of propelling you forward into this Nine of Pentacles energy, right? And I do want to point out the symbolism here of the 8 going into the 9, because that shows some kind of progression for you guys. And I feel like you guys are feeling this progression. But like I was saying, the Nine of Pentacles is my sort of single and ready to mingle card. But more than just that, it's my independent card, right? So this woman is fully capable of taking care of herself, right? So she has all of her finances in order. She has all of her sort of mental situations in order. She has all of her emotional pursuits in order. She has her passion projects. Everything is in order. And now she's in a position where she's able to move forward into a relationship, right? Because whenever I see the Nine of Pentacles, I always think of the fact that there's so many people out there that are trying to look for a relationship in order to complete them, when what they should be doing is, you know, finding a wholeness and completion within themselves, and then going and entering relationships as a way of sharing that wholeness and completeness with someone else, right? And I feel like with this job, like, you're really getting your finances in order, and you're really being able to be this Nine of Pentacles, independence, powerful, strong energy, right? And I feel like a lot of this indecision and confusion probably has to do with your work, and probably has to do in like big picture wise with money. But I think small picture, like detail wise, it has to do more with like people in your work and maybe dancing around their emotions. I feel like there might be someone at your job who is particularly sensitive, and like wants, or sometimes really likes to be the victim, and almost kind of finds flaws in what you say, even though there is no like ill intention there. But I feel like at the end of the day, there's some kind of a secret here, some kind of almost conspiracy between people. Like, I'm getting there's people that are saying things, or that are planning things that they're not supposed to, or secretly hidden, not like in a way where it's very public and everyone knows. And then you have the Sun card, right? So like I was saying earlier, the Sun card is the happiest card. Okay, so I actually misread. This isn't the Moon card, this is the Star, right? And I feel like, even though I called it the Moon card, like, it's giving off that kind of an energy. So I feel like there's kinds of secrets, and even just the fact that the Moon card like isn't here, but it like the energy feels present, it almost feels like you guys are dealing with a lot of that, or dealing with a lot of things that aren't seen, and almost even unbeknownst to you. But with this Sun card, like I was saying, you're going to see those things being illuminated. You're going to see the truth come out, and you're going to see this bright, clear, almost like inflow of information. And I feel like, you know, with the Star's energy, you've been working towards this for a long time. And I feel like you've been in some not so great situations as of late, and you've kind of gotten the short end of the stick a lot. And that's why we have the Six of Swords, because you're sort of leaving all this energy in the past, right? I feel like you're moving from a Five Cups energy into this Six of Swords, which is going to lead you directly into the Sun. And all of this here, like, negativity is associated with this Five of Cups, because the Five of Cups is disappointment, right? This person is very downtrodden, and I feel like more than just that, she is like drinking to mask her sadness. So certainly if you guys are over drinking, you might want to cut back on that a little bit, and really take the steps to be in control and in a happy place in your life, in a healthy place in your life also. And I feel like you are. I feel like you're identifying issues and you're slowly working to swat them all, because we have the Three of Wands here, and the Three of Wands is my sort of taking action and now I'm waiting to see what happens kind of card. And I feel like that has to do with a lot of this. I'm getting promotion for a lot of you guys. Either you've been recently promoted or you're gunning for a promotion, but rest assured that you're sailing into clearer waters with the Six of Swords, and you're moving away from all this negative energy that you may have had in the past. It's just a matter of really sticking it out and, you know, not making decisions that are too rash or too quick or too hasty. But that was your reading first time around, Sagittarius. If you enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel, and I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Gemini and Sagittarius videos on Wednesdays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.